I've been on Mounjaro since April 2024 and I've been in maintenance for quite a while now, but the past few months I have been struggling. I titrated up to 15 milligrams when I was losing weight, and then about 3 months ago went down to 12.5 milligrams, and I have gained weight and I am struggling essentially, but I don't think it's just the 12.5 milligrams fault. I've mentioned previously, I've just moved house, I've just changed jobs, there's been, a bit of upheaval, a lot of change going on, and probably since the beginning of October, I've not really been going to the gym at all, and I've not been particularly mindful about what I eat. So I don't think I can sit here and blame the 12.5 milligrams. I've been stuck in a bit of a rut, as you'll know if you've seen some of my previous recent videos, and I have been trying to get back into it. So I asked Chatgpt for help. Now, obviously, Chatgpt isn't a medical professional. It's not evidence-based. I don't really know where they get it all from. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing this yourself, but I thought I'd give it a go. So what happened is I put my stats into Chatgpt, my weight, my height. I recently weighed myself at the gym less than a week ago and I was 7 stone 6. So I have put on a few pounds. But I gave ChatGPT that info and I asked them to create a sort of macronutrient breakdown, because I've heard of that, but before I'd only ever counted protein, and also to give me a 3 times a week home workout plan focused on building muscle without gaining a lot of fat. So ChatGPT reckons that at 4'11", 7 stone 6, my maintenance calories, the amount of calories I should eat every day just to sort of stay level, is about 1400 to 1600. And obviously, I don't know how accurate this is. I'm not saying it is accurate, but I also put my information into an online TDE calculator, and I think that said that my maintenance calories was about 1,529. So it is roughly the same. So ChatGPT reckons that I should be eating around 1,550 to 1,700 calories a day to build muscle whilst trying to not gain fat. And obviously that's only a slight increase up from my maintenance calories. I would have expected, eat 500 calories a day more to try and build protein, but I suppose you have to take it in baby steps. I haven't counted calories in a long time. It was something that I used to do when I first started Mounjaro and when I was trying to lose weight, but ever since I've been in maintenance, I've not really done it. And yeah, sometimes I start doing it and then I'm like, nah. Then I get a kebab and I'm like, nah, not today. But 1,700-ish calories, I'm not going to lie, I definitely think the past few months I've been averaging eating more than that every day. So I'm not surprised that my weight has increased. And obviously I've also been quite sedentary as well. I wouldn't even call it light exercise. I barely even walk anywhere the past few months. And I've been to the gym 3 times in 5 months or something. So to be honest, this is why I'm saying we can't blame the 12.5 milligrams of Mounjaro, because I've not been doing my bit. So I'm not surprised that, the pounds are coming back. I've not really paid attention to macros or macros, however you say it before. When I first started Mounjaro, I was aiming to eat 100 grams of protein per day, which I didn't always hit. And I'm not really sure how I came to that number, if I'm honest. But that's not too dissimilar to what ChatGPT reckons I should be doing for muscle gain. So they reckon about 90 to 105 grams of protein a day, which if you look at different sources, it tells you different things. Because some say, only 1 gram of protein per kilogram. Some say 1.5, some say 2. So I think it really depends on the source. I don't think I've ever counted carbs before or had a particular desire to do so. I don't really want to now, if I'm honest. I have looked at the amount of fat in things before. But again, I've never, to this day, I couldn't tell you how much fat you're supposed to eat, or how much proportion of fat is meant to make up your whole day. Because basically when I've looked at the amount of fat and stuff, I just look at the colour of the label, and it's tells you the grams, and then it's green, orange, red. As long as it's not red, I was like, oh, that's all right then. When I'm on a weight loss journey, obviously when I'm not on a weight loss journey, I'm not looking at the fat at all. I don't care. So ChatGPT reckons that in order to build muscle, I should aim for 45 to 55 grams of fat a day. I think. I'll double check and I'll put it on the screen, which, to be honest, again, I couldn't tell you what that is. How many grams of fat is in a bar of chocolate? I don't know. I have no idea. How many grams of fat is in an egg? Couldn't tell you. So apparently 45 to 55 grams of fat a day is fine, with 90 to 105 grams of protein a day if I'm trying to build up my little twiggy SpongeBob arms. Chatgpt also says that fat supports hormones or something. Again, couldn't tell you if that's true or not, can't tell you the exact mechanisms. It was quite vague and I don't really care to look into it right now. I know a lot of people previously, when they've been on their own fitness journeys, they've counted carbs. Like, I do hear of people counting carbs. I've never counted carbs. And again, I couldn't tell you how many grams of carbs is in a slice of bread, because actually I'll tell you, when you're prescribing insulin for someone, their regime is that it's like 1 unit for each X gram of carbs. And like, the nurses would tell me what the patient had eaten, and I'd literally be like, I literally have to look it up, because I'm like, how, I don't know, because it's like cup of milk, like this gram of carbs, and then it's like sandwich on wholemeal bread, this, but they only ate 3/4 of it. I'm like, this is getting silly. I feel like there's probably an app that tells you. Luckily, I like when my patients have like a little Libra or something, because sometimes basically they know better than I do, because sometimes they've got apps that I think they can work it out on. But yeah, if it wasn't for, like, if there's not a sheet there that tells me how many grams of carbs is in literally everything, I wouldn't have a clue. I've not rejoined the gym yet since moving. I need to cancel my other gym membership actually. But I literally, the other day, I had a look at a gym near me, like the new place I've moved to, and it was £33 a month. And that wasn't even like the Ultimate Supreme membership. That was the only membership option available. I just don't see how they can justify that, like £33 a month. So I haven't rejoined a gym yet. And so that's why I asked ChatGPT just to do 3 times a week home workouts with resistant bands and dumbbells, because I feel like that's feasible. I feel like that's achievable, because I was going to go 4 times a week, but then I just thought, come on, like be realistic, ease yourself in. I should have probably just gone once a week, but whatever. So this is what they came up with. They've split it into 1 upper body day and 2 lower body days, because I asked for it to be glute focused. Because as we all know, as I've lost weight, I have also lost my bum. I've always had a banging arse like throughout my life entirely, and I'm not saying it's not banging now. I'm saying it's a lot smaller. It's like a lot smaller. And so one of my main goals for this year, not only to increase like my arm strength, but also get that glute popping, increase my gluteal maximus, minimus, medius, whatever, and like get some volume going again. The Romanian deadlifts, I think I'm going to start with a resistant band rather than dumbbells, because I've always struggled with RDLs. Even when the gym instructor showed me in classes or whatever, the proper form, I don't know. And obviously I've got long-standing lower back pain that I thought would go away when I lost weight, and it hasn't. It hasn't gone away at all. And I've had that for like 10 plus years. So I don't want to do anything to aggravate my back. And I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos on proper form and stuff, but I think I'm going to start the RDLs with just resistant bands, because apparently that's a thing, and then slowly work my way up to dumbbells, because like I'm trying to get a good arse, I'm not trying to injure myself. Day 2 is upper body and core. I might try and add some more ab stuff in, some more core stuff, but I think at the minute we'll start with the bare minimum. We'll start with the basics and then see. I honestly don't think I've done a plank since this video, which I think was in like June 2024. So it will be interesting. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to do a plank with correct form, but I have yet to put that into practice. So I think I do need to just start cracking on with the planks. Dead bugs, I have no coordination essentially. And I struggle to get my head around the fact that your arm and your leg are meant to be going in opposite directions. And I've tried to do it so many times at the gym, but I literally can't even get the mechanism right. So I don't think it's definitely not working my core, because I can't even, do you know what I mean? I don't even know, I'm flapping about like nobody's business. Bent over rows again, worried about my back. So we're going to start very light, and I'm talking 1 to 2 kilograms with those dumbbells, because that is just something that, you know, when you think you're doing it right, but then you're like, I don't want to risk it if I'm not sure. But again, I've been watching a lot of videos. That's the thing, I've been literally spending hours watching fitness videos, not doing any fitness. So that's going to change from now on. And then day 3, I'm obviously going to split these days up, like with, you know, rest day in between. But day 3 is basically glute focused. Glute bridges, I have done them in the past, and that has actually helped my back pain, because I think I've got weak hip flexors, but we won't go into that right now. So glute bridges. Hip thrusts, I have sort of tentatively tried before. I don't think I'll be starting with a weight on them. I think I'll start just getting the form right, because whenever I do, it just doesn't feel right whenever I've tried to do it in a gym class. And I have, again, watched lots of videos, and I got the gym instructor to like try and help me out with it. He was like, oh, you're doing it right, but it just didn't feel right. Something didn't feel right. It was NQR, not quite right. But I am going to sort of do that. Obviously, progress takes time. And one of the things that I did say, the reasons that I'm struggling with maintenance, is because when I was losing weight, I could kind of track my progress by the number on the scale. I had a sort of objective measurement. And yeah, okay, you don't know what's muscle loss, what's fat loss, but I had something. But now muscle growth is a lot slower. And obviously you can do measurements and stuff, but it is going to take time. So I did ask the AI, you know, how do I know if I'm progressing? They said that after 6 to 8 weeks, my glutes should feel stronger and fuller. I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out, because what does that even mean? I don't think they're going to look stronger and fuller, but I should feel when I clench that they're stronger and fuller, which is fair enough. And I think they also said take measurements 3 times a week so you can get an average, and then take progress pictures, I think, every week. But after 8 weeks, I mean, I do understand that progress takes time and that it's not instant gratification, which is annoying because I like a bit of instant gratification. Apparently, every week, in order to progress, you should add 1 to 2 reps or increase the weight slightly. So like, I don't know, by 1 kilogram if you're using dumbbells. So that's what I'm going to try and do, as long as I know that I've got my form right. And apparently the banging glutes, how to get them, RDLs, hip thrusts and split squats, which are 3 activities that I do not find easy. But if it's gonna, you know, get the peach in, then I guess I'm just gonna have to crack on with it. Apparently weeks 3 to 4, measurements might increase slightly. Hopefully not the waist measurements, hopefully the glute measurements by about 0.5 to 1. I think it was centimetres, but I'll have to check. And then weeks 5 to 6, your glutes should, hopefully, start to look rounder. So even if, you know, the measurements aren't doing anything, you should be able to see a bit more curvature of the glutes. And although I like instant gratification, unfortunately, it's not until week 7 or 8, apparently, that I'm going to notice an actual difference. I think it said this is your first, like, transformation checkpoint after 2 months. Then you should, you know, maybe your glutes have gone up by a centimetre, or maybe you can, visibly see the difference. So essentially, I'm going to have to hold on for 7 to 8 weeks, staying consistent, which the past few months I've not been doing. So it is going to be a challenge, but it's one that I accept, because even if my glutes go up by 1 centimetre, that's 1 centimetre. As long as my waist isn't piling it on as well. But again, that's on me. I need to stop eating takeaways. Stop eating takeaways, stop drinking wine, you know, actually exercise and actually stick to a consistent workout routine. Like I said, it's Chatgpt, which is, I really wish they just called it something easier to say, but it's AI, it's not a doctor, it's not evidence-based, I'm not telling anyone else to do this, but I needed to shake it up a bit, and I'm going to try it. I'll keep you guys updated, and I am hoping that not only will I get stronger, because all throughout my journey on Mounjaro, I was doing push-ups on my knees, and I thought, oh, when I lose weight, it'll be easier because I'm lighter, but I can still only do about 4 or 5 like actual proper press-ups, not on my knees, max, before I collapse, and my arms are shaking. So I really, really, really want to see an improvement in arm strength and glute strength, roundness and fullness. So like I said, I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know if you're struggling in maintenance, what are your plans to shake it up? Because do you remember when I was going to do Pilates 3 times a week? That never happened, and that's been put to rest now. So I'm not very good at sticking to things. I change my mind a lot. When I was going to the gym losing weight, I literally was just making it up as I went along. But now it requires consistency for muscle growth. So I am going to be struggling with that, but I am going to keep you updated. But if you guys have been struggling with maintenance, if you've put a few pounds on like me, if you're just not really feeling it anymore, you're lacking motivation, I get it, but let me know what you guys are doing to try and help, because I've turned to AI. I've clearly ran out of options here. So I'd love any advice that you guys have. But I hope everyone has an amazing day, and I will see you soon.